Welcome to another William Alfred tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about basically how to zero gap your trimmers. That's my Phillips screwdriver right there. I got my wall detailers, and let's have some fun. So you see the screws up in there. We're going to loosen them up a little bit, screw by screw. Now sometimes these trimmers they already are sharp at the factory setting, but sometimes you want that extra, that extra sharpness to it. But I would recommend having two pairs. Having one pair that you can use to basically be your hitters, to get them crispy lines, and the other pair you can use, say, for kids, because everybody can't handle them. Now that right there, that's the steel blade. That's basically the top blade. And then you have the cutting blade, and that's the blade that's basically underneath. So you got your cutting blade and you got your steel blade. So you want to clean them out first, as I just did. Make sure you don't got no loose hair, debris, any kind of oil up in there. Take your Phillips screwdriver, loosen up the inside. As you can see, we're going to loosen it up a little bit, loosen the screws up. Don't take them completely off, just unloosen them a little bit. Just enough to where you can move the bottom and the top blade. Now I like to press it against a flat surface. In this case, I'm using a table, and I'm basically going to match the cutting blade with the steel blade. I'm going to match them up together by pressing the cutting blade down towards the table. So let me adjust this so you guys can see it well. Can you see it? Okay. All right. So I'm pushing the cutting blade down to meet the steel blade. This right here is how you zero gap your trimmer blade. So I'm going to tighten up the screws after I pressed it flush against the table. Tighten both screws up. Now a lot of people like, it's all about personal preference with your trimmers. I like the wall detailers because they do have a rotary motor. I think it's good for cutting through like skin that's moist, or even oil, stuff like that. I think it's great for, shaping up different hair types. I think it's good for all hair textures. Fine hair, medium, coarse. So overall, I think it's a good trimmer. So check this out. What you guys think? You think it look even? What you think? Leave a comment. You see that they're flush, they're even, right? The blade is even. So what we're going to do is put the blade back on the same way how we took it off. We're going to press it down, and we're going to put our screws back in the top. Now we're going to tighten them to the right. We don't want to make them too tight. You don't want to strip the screws. So you want to make them tight and just enough. Get yourself a small Phillips screwdriver too. You don't want to, but not too small. Again, you don't want to take the risk of stripping the screw. So there you have it. You test it on your arm, test it on your inner elbow, test it on your wrist. Now, if you leave a whelp in there, then that means that you made them too sharp. But there you have it. The wall detailers, zero.